Hey there, welcome to my yoga. I'm Nicole, and today we have your hands-free Hatha Yoga practice. Don't let the hands-free fool you. This practice will be challenging, building a lot of strength in the lower body. Go grab your mat and let's practice. Let's begin at the top of our mat in our Tadasana. Toes to touch, heels apart. Spread your toes, releasing them down onto the mat, then feel the four corners of the feet rooting down. Legs are strengthening, inner thighs drawing together, belly and tail scooping under. As you breathe in, feel the spine lengthening, heart lifting. With an exhale, just roll the shoulders back and down. Palms of the hands facing out, fingertips reaching towards the earth. Have the belly in, tail scooping under, gently closing your eyes. Starting to feel every inhale lengthening you from the soles of the feet to the crown of your head. With every exhale, just feel your feet rooting down. You're centered and strong at the top of your mat. Start to feel now that light coming in around your heart as you breathe in. Just feel yourself centered and calm in this moment. Feel that connection you're creating between body and breath. And if you haven't already, make your way into your Ujjayi breath. Constricting the front of your throat, using the same muscles you do to whisper. Every inhale, the rib cage is expanding and opening completely. Gently opening the eyes now with your next breath in. And as you exhale, bring the palms of your hands to prayer at heart center, just letting the thumbs rest against your sternum. Take an inhale here, lifting the heart up. As you exhale, feel the shoulders softening back and down. We're going to root down through that right foot, little bend into the knee. As you inhale, stepping left leg back to lunge, high lunge, back heels lifted. Take your time here. Stack the shoulders right on top of the hips, belly in, tail scoops under. Now feel that right hip pulling back, left drawing forward. Breathe in. You can keep your hands here if you wish to. As you exhale, just resting the hands onto the hips, allowing the shoulders to release and soften. If you'd like a little bit more as you breathe in, gently lifting the chin up, keeping the back of the neck long, gaze coming to the sky, making sure the belly's in and the tail scooping under. Take another deep breath in, bring the gaze back to center, root down through right foot. As you exhale, step back to the top of the mat, toes to touch, heels apart. Breathe in here. Exhaling, right leg stepping back to lunge, take your time, big step back. Left knee's right on top of the ankles, square those hips, belly in, tail scooping under. Deep breaths. Option to lift the gaze to the sky, keep the abdominals engaged, inner thighs squeezing together. Good, take another deep breath in here. As you exhale, gaze to center, root down through that left foot. Breathe in. Step to the top of the mat as you breathe out. Toes to touch, heels apart. Take an inhale here, lifting the heart up. As you exhale, reaching the fingertips down towards the earth. This will help to open the chest, shoulders back and down. Take another breath here. As you inhale, palms of the hands to prayer at heart center, thumbs against the sternum, relaxing shoulders with your exhale. Good, rooting down through that right foot. As you inhale now, lift your left knee up, hip height, pull the toes up, belly in, inner thighs squeezing together. Take another deep breath in. And then as you exhale, slowly stepping this left leg back to lunge. Take your time, control it. Breathe in, draw the shoulders over your hips. And then as you exhale, releasing the hands down onto your hips. Use the hands as a guide to square yourself to center here. Keep those inner thighs drawing towards each other. A breath in. As you exhale, left fingertips just resting on that right thigh, right hand coming to the base of the spine. Keep those shoulders relaxed. Breathe in. Squeeze your inner thighs together as you exhale, belly in and to the right, starting to twist. Every inhale, get taller. Exhale, gently bringing out. Good, last breath here. As you inhale, come back to center. Exhale, palms of the hands to prayer in your heart. Breathe in now. Slowly start to straighten out that right leg. Make sure the knee doesn't lock. As you exhale, squeeze your inner thighs together. Big breath here. Get nice and tall. Keep that right foot rooting down. And then as you breathe out, slowly start to hinge forward. We're just going to come to a flat back here. So keep that right leg strong, rooting down. Gently pulling right hip back. Shoulders back and down. Now your flat back may be parallel to the floor, or you may be up a little bit. Listen to your body here. Deep breaths. Good, last one here. As you inhale, press right foot down, slowly start to rise up. With your exhale, bend back into right knee. Take a breath in. Step to the top of the mat as you breathe out. Toes to touch, heels apart. Inhale here. Exhaling, left foot presses into the floor. Breathe in, abdominal strong, right leg lifts up. Knee is hip height, toes are pulling back. Deep inhale. Slow and controlled. Right leg slowly steps back to lunge. And then as you inhale, rise up, shoulders on top of hips. Relax the shoulders back and down, square yourself here. Take a deep breath and feel your strength. Exhale, right hand on left thigh, left hand at the lower back. Keep the shoulders softening. Breathe in, lift the chest. And then exhale, belly in and to the left to twist. Keep squaring those hips, squeeze the inner thighs, breathe. Last one here. Inhale all the way back to center. Palms of the hands to prayer at your heart as you breathe in. Next, inhale, starting to straighten out that left leg. Take your time. Keep the foot rooting down. Square your hips, inner thighs squeezing together. Breathe in, lift the chest. Exhale, start to hinge forward at your hips. Left is pulling back in line with right. So listen to your body with how far you're going here. Getting a nice opening in that left side. Little tuck to the chin, back of the neck is long, reaching the crown of the head forward. Last breath here. Inhale, slowly rise up. Exhale, bend back into left knee. Breathe in. Top of the mat as you breathe out. Inhale here. As you exhale, step your feet wider than the hips, toes to 45 degrees. We're going to move into our squat. Take a deep breath and lift the heart up. And then as you exhale, sit back. Sink the hips, if it's available, elbows to the insides of the knees, pressing the elbows into the legs to open the heart, to open up the hips. This is too much for your arms. You can just rest them down onto your legs, or maybe just resting the fingertips onto the floor. Keep that chest lifting, soles of the feet pressing into the earth. Deep breaths. And as you exhale now, release your hands. We're going to inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, heel toe your feet, parallel hip distance, and fold. Find a comfortable position for your arms here. If you're working for any injuries, maybe holding opposite elbows, maybe just resting the hands on the backs of the legs. Gently turn your head from side to side, just let this go. Deep breath in. Come to center as you exhale. Bend into the knees, press through the feet, hands to the hips. We're going to inhale. Slowly rise all the way back up to standing. As you exhale, toes to touch, heels apart. Breathe in, palms of the hands face forward. Draw the shoulders down. Tadasana or mountain pose. Legs are strong here. Take a breath. And as you exhale now, palms of the hands to prayer at heart center. We're going to root down through that right foot. Take an inhale, lift your left knee up, flex the foot, toes pulling up. One more breath in. Warrior one, as you exhale, left foot steps back 45 degrees. Flat on the floor. Square your hips here. You can always step the feet a little bit wider if you're having a problem squaring the hips. Nice lunge in that front knee. Belly and tail under, relax your shoulders. Option to bring the hands onto the hips, or you can keep them at heart center here. Deep breaths. Feel the shoulders drawing back and down. If you're moving deeper as you inhale, start to lift the gaze up to the sky, but keep that tail scooping under. Keep a length in the back of your neck. 2 more breaths. As you exhale, gaze back to center, palms of the hands to prayer if you're not already there. Breathe in, pivot that back foot to lift up the heel. Exhale to the top of the mat, toes to touch, heels apart. Breathe in. Exhaling, left foot roots down. Inhale, lift that right leg up. Knees hip height, pull the toes back. With your next breath out, make your way to warrior one, back foot flat on the floor, 45 degrees. Take your time here. Square your hips, scoop that tail under. Option to bring the hands onto the hips if that's more comfortable. With every exhale, press the outer edge of your right foot down. Feel that drawing your right hip forward as the left pulls back. Then if you wish, lift the gaze up to the sky, coming into a little bit of a back bend. Keep the belly and the tail scooping under, shoulders down the back. 2 more breaths. Exhale, gaze back to center, root down through left foot. Inhale, back heel lifts up. Exhale, top of the mat, toes to touch, heels apart. Good, breathe in, extend the arms down beside you, relax your shoulders. As you exhale now, hands come onto the hips, squeeze your inner thighs together. Deep breath in. We're going to sit back into our chair as you breathe out. Take an inhale, lengthen, lift your heart as you exhale. See if you can sink a little bit deeper. You want to be able to see the toes in front of you so the knees are pulling back. Now as you breathe out, if it feels okay, arms back behind you, grabbing a hold of your forearms. Maybe coming into reverse prayer if there's no injury and that's available to you. Take a breath in. Keep that deep bend in your front knee. We're going to inhale, step your left leg back, warrior one. Square your hips and then breathe in and come all the way up. Press the outer edge of that back foot down. We're going to inhale now, right leg straightens, making sure that the knee doesn't lock. As you exhale, square your hips and begin to bring yourself forward, intense forward bend, releasing over that front leg. If you need to bring your hands down for support, please feel free. Wherever you are, just feel that right hip drawing back in line with left, and your whole right foot is rooting down into the floor. 2 more breaths. Maybe tucking the chin. Good, as you inhale now, press your feet down, lengthen, come into a flat back, whatever that is for you. Take 1 more breath. Engage your abdominals. We're going to inhale, rise all the way back up. As you exhale, bend into right knee, step to the top of the mat, toes to touch, heels apart. Breathe and extend the fingertips down beside you, relax your shoulders. As you exhale, squeeze your legs together, hands to the hips, sit back into your chair. Let the weight sink into the heels, scoop that tail under, relax your shoulders. Feel strength in the legs. If it feels okay now, arms back behind you, grab your forearms, maybe reverse prayer. Start to root down through left foot. On your exhale, stepping right leg back to warrior one, back foot flat on the floor, 45 degrees. Press your feet down, use your inhale to rise up to your lunge. Soften your shoulders. Find your stability in your center. We're going to breathe in now, straightening out left leg. Make sure the knee doesn't lock, that foot is rooting down, hips squaring. As you exhale, start to fold over that front leg. Keep that back foot pressing into the floor. Breathing here, hollow your belly as you exhale. Good, 2 more breaths. Empty out completely. Let's inhale now, lengthen, find a nice flat back. Good, next breath in, come all the way up. As you exhale, bend into that front knee, step to the top of the mat, toes to touch, heels apart. Inhale, reach the fingertips down towards the earth, relax your shoulders, deep breath. Note as you exhale, palms of the hands to prayer at heart center now. Rooting down through that right foot. On your inhale, lifting left knee up, we're going to move to warrior 2. Take another breath in. With your exhale, left leg steps back to lunge. Pivot the foot parallel to the back of the mat, and then breathe in, draw your shoulders on top of your hips. Gaze at your feet, you have a straight line heel to arch. Make sure you can see your big toe when you look over that right knee. Press your hands together gently, lift the heart up, feel your chest opening, inner thighs opening as well. Keep that back leg super strong. And maybe getting a little bit deeper into your lunge. Good, 1 more breath here. As you inhale now, lengthening out right leg, we're going to move into triangle. With your exhale, bring your hands onto your hips. So we want to make sure that this right knee doesn't lock. Just gently press or shift your hips back. Breathe and lift the heart up. And then as you exhale, keep that pressing back of the hips and just start to lean forward. Shoulders are back and down. So you're using your abdominals to lift and support the upper body here. Neck is in neutral. Maybe gaze at the floor, or if you'd like, looking up to the sky. Deep breaths. Keep pressing both feet into the floor, both legs strong. Let's inhale all the way up. Exhale, bend into your right knee. As you breathe in, we're going to pivot that back foot so it's facing forward. Center with your exhale. Let's inhale, step to the top of the mat. Exhale, palms of the hands face forward, relax your shoulders. Breathe in. Palms of the hands to prayer at heart center as you breathe out, root down through left foot. Inhaling, right knee lifts. Hold here. Abdominals are strong. Pull those toes up. And then exhale, right leg steps way back to lunge, warrior 2. Pivot back foot parallel to the back of the mat and then rise your shoulders over your hips. Take your time. Look at your feet, straight line heel to arch. Nice strong lunge in that left knee, big toes visible. Breathe here. Use the hands together at heart center to lift your chest up. And then as you exhale, relax your shoulders. Keep that back leg super strong. Maybe lunging deeper into front leg. But let's inhale now, left leg straightens. Make sure your knee doesn't lock. Bring the hands onto the hips as you exhale, and you're going to gently shift them back. So right hip's lifting, left is drawing under. Lean forward, lengthen out of the crown of your head. Abdominals are strong. And just listen to your body with how far you're coming here in your triangle pose. Noticing that you're getting more stretch and engagement by holding the upper body with strength rather than using that left hand for support. Let's inhale, come all the way back up, shoulders over hips. Exhale, bend back into that left knee. Breathe in now, we're going to pivot that back foot to face forward. As you exhale, step to the top of the mat, toes to touch, heels apart. Inhale, reach the fingertips down to the earth, relax your shoulders, Tadasana or mountain pose. Now just feel yourself centered and strong here, 4 corners of the feet rooting down. Take another breath. On your inhale now, we're going to lift up that left knee. Moving into tree pose as you exhale, hands to the hips. Take another breath in. Open the leg up to the side and then your choice, toes on the floor, heel against the leg, foot on the calf or upper inner thigh. Choose what serves your body best here. Level out your hips, relax your shoulders, palms of the hands to prayer at heart center if you wish. Deep breaths. Gaze is soft on the floor in front of you. Good, take one more breath in. As you exhale, bring that leg out in front of you. Flex the foot, toes lifting. Hold here. Take another breath in. Now, as you inhale, slowly start to extend that leg back behind you. We're moving into warrior three. Press out through the sole of the foot. If you need to, you can always bring your fingertips down for support. Turn those left toes under, squeeze your inner thighs together. Really find that length in the spine. Deep breaths here. Good, slide the shoulders back. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, left leg steps back to lunge. Slowly plant the foot. Breathe in, center yourself, rise up, shoulders over hips. And then as you exhale, we're going to release the fingertips down to the floor. Breathe in here, just find length. And then as you breathe out, we're going to drop that left knee down onto the mat. We're moving into your hamstring stretch. Come onto that right heel, pull the toes back, lengthen the leg, the spine, shoulders back. If you'd like to move deeper, as you exhale, just begin to release forward and fold. 2 more breaths. But let's inhale, lengthen the spine, slowly rise up. On your exhale, walk the hands forward, bend back into that right knee. Inhale, hands to the hips, shoulders on top of hips. As you exhale, curl your back toe under. Let's breathe in. We're going to lift up that back leg, back to your lunge. Root down through right foot. Inhale. Exhale, top of the mat. Breathe in, find your Tadasana, draw the shoulders back and down. Good, take a couple of breaths here. Center. Calm. Good, draw the hands onto your hips now. We're going to move into our tree pose on the opposite side. So let's start to root down through that left foot. On an inhale, we're going to lift that right knee up. Flex the foot, toes are pulling back. Take another breath in, the knee comes out to the side, and you're going to make your way into your tree pose. Choose the option that serves you best here. Toes on the floor, foot on the calf, or on the upper inner thigh. Just avoid the knee. If it feels okay, palms of the hands to prayer at heart center. And let the shoulders soften. Feel and follow your breath. Good. With your next inhale, we're going to take this right leg and bring it out in front. Flex the foot, keep it lifted. As you exhale, bend into your left knee. Slowly step yourself back to your lunge. Good. Breathe in here. As you exhale, root down through that left foot. We're going to lift the right leg up into your warrior three. Slide the shoulders back. Use your hands for support as you need to here. Press out through right heel, turn the toes under, squeeze inner thighs together. 2 more breaths. Good, deep inhale. Exhale, left knee bends, come back to that lunge. Inhale, rise up, shoulders over hips. Belly in, tail under, relax the shoulders back and down. Breathe in here. Let's exhale, fingertips to the floor. We're going to release that right knee down onto the mat. Inhaling onto your left heel, make your way into your hamstring stretch, toes pull back, hands under shoulders, use supports as you need to. Feel free to round and fold here if you'd like to move deeper. 2 more breaths. Good, relax your jaw and your shoulders. Let's inhale now, lengthen the spine, look up. As you exhale, bend back into that left knee. Press down through the foot, inhale, hands to the hips, shoulders over hips. As you exhale, curl your right toe under. We're going to inhale, lift up that leg, you're back to your lunge. As you exhale, step forward, Tadasana. Good, breathe in, reach out through the fingertips, lift the chest, relax your shoulders. Take another inhale here. As you exhale, now hands to the hips, step the feet hip distance apart, breathe in. Let's bend into the knees, let your lower belly come onto the thighs, releasing into a forward fold. Feel free to bring the fingertips down or leave the hands on the hips, whatever feels best to you. Maybe a gentle turn of your head from side to side. Good, press down through your feet, come back to center. As you inhale, lengthen your spine to a flat back. On your exhale, we're going to bend into those knees and we're going to release one knee down and then the other. Knees are hip distance apart. Let's curl those toes under. Lift the chest up, relax your shoulders, belly and tail scooping under so those hips are drawing forward. If it feels okay, we're just going to have the arms back behind us, grabbing hold of forearms and letting the shoulders pull back and down. Breathe and lift up through the chest, maybe lifting the chin, but keep that length in the back of the neck. You want your hips drawing forward, the tail scooping under. Deep breaths. Good, take one more inhale, fill up, open your heart. Exhale, chin to chest, uncurl your toes. Widen the knees, wider than the hips, toes to touch, hips to heels. Let's release your arms now and just start to bring yourself into child's pose. If it's uncomfortable with the arms here, you can always have them in or maybe down beside you. Full deep breaths here. Good, last one. Let's inhale, slowly rise up, using the strength of your legs and abdominals to lift yourself. Good, and then as you exhale, let's move those feet out of the way, bottom to the earth, and we're going to transition ourselves all the way down onto our backs. Just take your time to get there. Once you are down, shimmy your shoulders underneath you so the heart is open. We're going to step the feet just a little bit wider than the hips. Here's heels close to the buttocks. You can either have your arms down beside you or out shoulder height. Take a breath in. The knees are going to fall to the left side as you exhale. If this is too much, stack the knees right on top of each other. If you would like more, left ankle over right knee. Try to soften the back of your body and just use your breath to begin to open up through that right side. Feel the jaw relaxing, shoulders released. If the left ankle is crossed, release it as you exhale. The knees back to center with your inhale. Opposite side, exhale, knees falling over to the right side. Again, adjust as you wish to, maybe crossing right ankle over left knee. Feeling those inhales opening up the entire left side body. If your ankle is crossed with your next exhale, release it. Bring the knees back to center as you breathe in. Step your feet wider than the hips. Have the knees resting against each other. This is going to release the legs, the lower back, and the spine. Turn the palms of the hands up. Just let them float down beside you, relaxing your shoulders. Close your eyes. Soften the jaw. And just begin to let go. Letting your awareness now come to the weight of your body as it rests supported against the earth beneath you. Just feel yourself becoming more and more relaxed. And with your next breath in, just gently separating the knees. Stepping the ankles right underneath your knees. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, bring one hand to heart center, one hand to your belly. Feel the weight and warmth of your hands. The breath moving beneath them. Taking a moment now to thank yourself for your time, for your energy. And I thank you so very much for joining me. The divine in me bows to the divine in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me. If you like my content, please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe.